IDD versus an MI population, you were 69% MI and 31% IDD. So that's a little different than the overall. And then if we go to the last page, just kind of a reminder of where we serve. We're in 6 counties, got a lot of square mileage, or square miles, about 3,300, which is about 22 people per square mile. I know you're all familiar with that rural area. I also know there was a lot of press regarding the rural health transformation funds and how these counties got classified, and the folks that put that together used a methodology that put Leland County and Wayne County in the same category. So a lot of people were questioning that, and why we would want to make that compete there. I would also tell you that depending on what the project is, that can change. There was one point where they removed the water out of the calculation so that the people per square mile went up, and that was really around network adequacy and some of those things. So I think there is work at the state level to kind of standardize that as we go. I know you also want me to talk a little bit about day program, which I'm happy to do, but I don't know if you want me to go into that, or if you want me to take questions at this point, or however you want to do it.
That's your pleasure, Mike.
I believe that the one subject would be the Urban Center. Maybe you could put some highlights of that. I know that there's been a lot of press on that.
Yeah.
Some of my fellow board members have asked questions about it, so I've kind of saved it for you, so I guess you could give us a short version of what transpired and where we're at today.
To really frame all of this, and I see that we have Amy here from Straits area, so she's got a lot of the same pressures that the rest do, so I want to acknowledge that. But to frame this and how we got from fairly happy programs to where we're at today, you really have to go back to COVID. So prior to COVID, these programs, like all of the other programs, delivered a unit of service, they got paid for a unit of service. As soon as COVID hit, in particular for these programs, those congregate settings were shut right down. Therefore, no service, no revenue. And the department quickly recognized that we wanted to try to preserve these programs. And so they allowed us different contracting models. And we call it a 1/12 model. But basically what we did is we looked at the previous 12 months of good, normal operating, and said, okay, this is the average amount you were getting a month, we're going to go ahead and pay that. And we asked programs to kind of conserve and do their best to get ready to ramp back up when that happened. That network, or that contracting model, lasted for 3 years, and I don't think any of us expected that. The result, though, was stabilized programs, but it almost doubled the cost per unit of services. So when we were coming back out of this and we're starting to look at it, I had 5 total programs. 2 I directly ran, and no, I had 6 programs, sorry, and 4 contracted programs. And the demand for services had not really come back, so we were doing about 200,000 fewer units than we were going into this. So cost in the contracted programs and cost in our own programs were not sustainable, nor were the programs sustainable on the old rates. And so we undertook the effort to actually close the 2 programs we directly ran. We did that in hopes of getting referrals out to the other programs, so they had a little volume back there, because we didn't need all that infrastructure anymore. That was pretty clear. And since then, and during that time, we've probably seen one of the largest shifts in the labor market that we've seen, certainly in my lifetime. In particular in that entry wage kind of standpoint. And the criteria for the services that were being delivered also changed. So all those things happened all at the same time. So so when we wanted to go back to this fee for service, all the programs right away said it's going to be a problem. And so that was not brand new news. But solving that problem has been difficult, and it's a complex problem. So today, for the 4 contractor programs, we have 1 that's back in the black, we have 3 that are still out writing for the books. Bergman Center gave us a 30-day notice of termination. We've actually worked with them, or they worked with us, or maybe we worked together, which I think is more appropriate, to restart that program again. So they started seeing clients again yesterday, and we're going to continue to work to try to get that up and running. For Straits area, if you don't mind, Amy has been transparent about the fact that, the way that things stay today, they have time left, but not, it's not months, but it's years. But, we need to get that up and going and make that viable. So we are working to do that as well. Where Bergman Center was concerned, and I think all the programs, except for the one that's in the black, actually lost some of the revenue streams along the way. So prior to COVID, you had other activities, supported employment, things that had gone away that have not, in some cases, been restarted. So we still have to get some volumes up with Amy, we've got to get rates going, but I'm committed to try to make that happen to the extent that they can. So, if that, I think any questions?
Commissioner Workers before had asked a question or two, but does that answer?
Yeah, it helps me, give me a clearer understanding what's going on with Bergman Center. I was concerned there because obviously we're receiving the emails from them. No, thank you for addressing that.
It's
I think
not what anybody desired, I'll tell you that.
Well, to your credit though, Brian, I think that you did a lot of work and a lot of comments from people. Our meetings were packed with, constituents who had family members or relatives in Bergman Center and felt that it was all on Brian's shoulders to make this happen. And it was much more complex than that, the way I understand it. And he's done a wonderful job to turn it around to some degree. And so this is a program that was going to totally close or fail. He's brought it back to help with the Bergman Center.
Right, and they really had to step up on their end and look at it from an operational standpoint as well. So lots of work left to do, which by no means are going to do.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything?
Boomer that's in your county, I don't think she's got operational work to do. I think she runs the tech ship, so.
Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it. Do we have anything for administrators report?
Yep, update on a couple items. Our vegetative storm debris chipping is completed by the contractor. We'll now enter the building stage. Once we make payment, then we'll submit that in to the Fed there for reimbursement. For the baseboard heating project here in the building, the control systems have been installed. We expect that construction will start within the next few weeks within each office. So they'll go in, remove the covers, take the old copper out and put new copper and fit tube in. So that'll cause a little bit of disruption in a few of the offices, and staff is prepared to work around that. Another project we want to mention is here in the building, we'll have building alarms set up at exit doors. So as everyone knows, the public comes in the main building for scanning. What we have not had in the past is when employees leave, they could leave any exit. They'll still be able to do that, but they'll have to use their badges to go out. If someone were to open the door, the alarm will sound, and they'll get notification there. So that'll be coming into play here in the next month. So just making everybody aware of that. Number 4, staff has received an engagement letter from Clark Hill. Our recommendation is to utilize Clark Hill if we appear in front of PSC for solar. If we intervener there, that would be a firm that reviews. Staff's prepared to sign the agreement. There's an initial retainer, $7,500. We'll
questions for the administrator? Let's move on then down to new business. 9A, 27 ORV law enforcement grant. That's 10 on your iPad.
This is a grant that we receive every year, and we apply for it, and we have received for several years. And this is for fiscal '27. It starts October 1, 26, and ends in September 30, 2027. And we're requesting $25,476. And the recommendation is to approve the submission and accept the award. If it is awarded, allow Sheriff Ross to sign any necessary paperwork and allow the finance director to prepare any necessary budget amendments.
Routine,
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Yep.
Support.
Support. Who's that? Steve? Thank you. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Claremont,
Yes.
Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallace,
Yes.
Commissioner Warfield.
Thank you, Board, that's passed. So we're down to B, 2027 ORV educational grant. That's 13 on your iPad.
This is another grant that we apply for every year. It allows the sheriff's office to provide ORV safety education at approximately 50 students at $15 each. And it's a similar recommendation as the prior one I just did.
I'll once again make that motion, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Dale. Support?
I'll support.
Jeff Olson. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallace,
Yes.
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Commissioner Claremont,
Yes.
Commissioner Warfield,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Thank you. That's carried. Second. We're down to C, 27 State of Michigan Snowmobile Law Enforcement Grant. That's 15 on your iPad.
This is the fiscal '27 snowmobile law enforcement grant we've received several years. It's been only about $6,000. Maybe now that they're upping the fees this year, we'll get a little bit more. The request is $13,688.
Wouldn't put money on the increase, but I'll make the motion.
I'm just saying.
That's fine.
I'll support.
Thank you, Rich.
Commissioner,
Okay.
Commissioner Warfield,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallace,
Yes.
Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Commissioner Claremont,
Yes.
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman.
Yes.
Thank you, Board. That's carried 7-0. We're down to D, Port Security Grant Program. That's 18 on your iPad.
Good morning, Board.
Hi, Jeremy.
Morning, citizens of Cheboygan County. My name is Jeremy Runser, Cheboygan County Emergency Manager. Just wanted to talk a little bit about the port security grant that's going to be offered. So Cheboygan County Emergency Manager, along with the Cheboygan County Sheriff's Office, is interested in applying for the port security grant this year. We were interested last year, however, that grant was only open for a week-long period, which did not allow me enough time to prepare any documents and or follow policy for the grant process. Obviously, we're all very familiar with Lake Huron, our critical infrastructure, our ports out in Lake Huron, and the ferry companies, along with the international waterways that require capabilities to support our federal partners. This application would seek funding for a vessel that was designed for maritime security operations to enhance the patrols in Lake Huron and assisting other agencies during a search and rescue mission, and as well as the United States Coast Guard DNR MSP. The current vessels that we have right now are obviously aging, so the capability is that they still operate, but for how long we are unsure. The capabilities now, and obviously the growing population of the boating world out in Lake Huron is continuing to grow, so we're looking to hopefully grow that as well as our response. The financial impact, that has not been released yet, so any financial impact with the grant would be brought back to the board for approval by the board once that is obtained. So my recommendation is to make a motion to allow emergency operations and Sheboygan County Sheriff's Office to apply for the grant once it's open, and bring any other financial impacts and information back to the board once that's obtained.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes.
We've applied for this before, and were denied. However, I think this county is in probably the best position it's been ever with Lieutenant Brunstrom at the helm here. And I think if we do receive this, I think it's just astronomical as far as not only search and rescue, but port security. And once again, I know Jeremy's been working on this, and I think we're in the best position ever to receive this if we're going to receive it. And I would make the motion that we apply for this grant.
I'll support.
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallace,
Yes.
Commissioner Warfield,
You bet, yes.
Commissioner Claremont,
Yes.
Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Carried 7-0, board, thank you.
Great job, Jeremy.
Thank you very much, board.
We're down to E. Grant app for the Bureau of Justice Assistance, the Byrne Memorial Justice Assistance.
This is a award that we have applied for and received for several years as well. It is connected with the Circuit Court Recovery Court. They have changed it, instead of just applying up to a certain amount, they have given us basically an allocation this year, and that is based on what they provided us in the current fiscal year, and so the operational target is $113,467. They also sometimes open this grant up mid-year to reallocate if there's different courts that are not using all of the funding. So the recommendation is to approve the fiscal 27 grant application and accept the award if granted, and then authorize applying for reallocation funds if available. Authorize the finance director to sign the grants electronically on behalf of the chair, and authorize any necessary budget adjustments if applicable.
Thank you, Sue. What's your pleasure, board?
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to approve the FY 2027 grant application.
I'll second that.
Thank you, Dale. Moved and supported, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Wallace,
Yes.
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Commissioner Warfield.
Yes.
That's carried 7-0. Moving on, area agency on aging, their plans for 27 through 29. 22 on your iPad. What's your pleasure, board?
Could have put it in some cliff notes so we didn't have to. There's a lot to take in on that.
There is.
I mean, it appears, does the administrator have any comment to that? I mean, it appears everything is, the way I've read it.
Yeah, this is a recurrent plan that comes to us about every 2 years. It outlines the service of the region we provide.
It looked all the same, like,
Yeah.
again, after so many
Yeah,
pages of it, it kind of.
We requested each county
Sure.
give approval, and, if we didn't, then it would go through anyway, but we want to make sure that we're aware of what the services are.
Well, we definitely, I would like to make that a motion.
Thank you.
I would support that.
Thank you, Steve. Moved and supported, Madam Clerk.
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Warfield,
Yes.
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallace,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Commissioner Claremont,
Yes.
Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Thank you, board. That's carried 7-0. We're down to the Emmett County Recycling Agreement, 67 on your iPad.
So this is the renewal with with Emmett County, our recycling agreement. We've had an agreement with Emmett County since 2008. Recommendation is motion to approve the agreement regarding recycling materials between Cheboygan and Emmett County effective until June 17, 2029. Authorize the chair to sign. The rates stay the same since our previous agreement.
That's pretty lengthy.
Go ahead and make that motion, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Steve. Moved, support?
I'll support that.
Thank you, Tom. Moved and supported. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallace,
Yes.
Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Commissioner Claremont,
Yes.
Commissioner Warfield.
Yes.
That's carried 7-0. We're down to H, Transportation Interagency Agreement between Straits Regional and the County 53rd Circuit Court.
Yes, when probate received audit through child care, who recommended that we have an interagency agreement between Straits Regional Ride and the circuit court for transportation services. So that's what this interagency agreement covers. Our recommendation is to approve the agreement between Cheboygan County and the Straits Regional Ride and the Cheboygan County 53rd Judicial Circuit Court Family Probate Division, authorize chairperson to sign or administrator, and authorize financial director to make any necessary appropriate adjustments.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion.
Thank you, Rich.
Support.
Who support?
Support.
Ostman.
Thank you, Steve.
Steve?
No.
Steve or Ostman? No.
Steve.
Steve.
Sorry. Commissioner Eustace,
Yes.
Commissioner Ostman,
Yes.
Commissioner Sangster,
Yes.
Commissioner Newman,
Yes.
Commissioner Claremont,
Yes.
Commissioner Wallace.
Yes. We're down to property foreclosure, first right of refusal, 177. And our treasurer is here.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Hi there, Madam Treasurer.
How is everybody? I have 15 properties this year that were foreclosed on. They're on page 78 of your iPad. These parcels are available to the state, local units, and then the county. 9 of them are vacant, 5 houses, and then we have 1 school, which I know to be the old junior high, but it's the Straits Area Education Center. So any government unit can purchase from the auction, or they can purchase ahead of time. The auction is going to take place on August 21st this year. Are there any questions on any of the parcels?
Sure. Madam Treasurer, just a question on the old junior